Here we go, Zone A action live from Chennai. The Puneri Paltan take on the Haryana Steelers. Two sides that have plenty of promise in those squads. So here we go, it will be the Haryana Steelers to raid first, and they turn to the old warhorse. Wazir Singh will come in from that left side.
Former captain of Puneri Paltan. Remember the first two seasons?
Yeah, they don't want to remember those two seasons, Paddy. It was absolutely awful.
They finished
for
at the
Puneri
bottom.
Paltan.
Finished at the bottom. Crosses the back line, which is very mandatory, something that they did not allow Siddharth to cross in the last raid yesterday, and that route that got them the tie.
Running hand touch. In comes Vikash Kandola, and who's he got rid of? The skipper of the Puneri Paltan for the first points of the Haryana Steelers in this season. This time though, the left corner able to the task, and who else but Surinder Nada, the skipper of the Haryana Steelers. He does pick up the bonus, but he's been hammered after. Deepak Dahiya is already stopped in his tracks pretty quickly. He needs to lift his game. They don't have the supporting raiders for Nitin Tomar, and that's been a big concern in that first encounter for the Puneri Paltan.
Now, he has to be very, very smart. How many seconds left? Under 10, and he has been had. They waited, and that did the trick.
It's a surprise factor there. It wasn't a defender. It was GB More, normally a raider who's thrown the tackle in, and watch the timing of it. There, he goes in when he's got his eyes set on Girish Ernak, and it's a surprise factor that falls straight into that double thigh hold.
And oh, that was not required.
Wazir, what was he thinking? As a raider, he needs to stay out there, especially when he's one of the most experienced men in the lineup. He needs to spend a lot of time on court. As we see another super tackle opportunity, when you keep a raider down, when you have just 3 or less men on court, you're rewarded for that fearless defending with an extra point. So you'll get not 1 but 2 points for it.
And More has not just been useful both from the defense and attack, but he's a very thinking raider as well. He realizes that there's a lot of danger lurking, so he stayed away from all of that.
Now hang on. The hooters come very late.
1 point, Haryana Steelers.
And that's, you got to feel for More there. The hooter did not go off through the entire raid, except for the final 2 seconds, and he didn't know it was a do-or-die raid.
But the point should be 2, not 1 then, because it was a super tackle opportunity. Yeah,
there you
have
go.
to be 2.
He's been excellent with that, Paddy, and last night he was disappointing. Finally picks up a crucial point because the Raiders have had it very difficult. Suddenly again they've reduced Haryana down to 3 men.
This is a super tackle opportunity, but look at the man in this corner. He'll be very, very hungry and very eager to get those 2 points from the super tackle. And it's going to be a big fish.
Now hang on, Sunil on the right corner has gone off. He has to be pulled off because he's actually exited the court, and it becomes a 1 versus 2 battle. He'll take it. He'll reduce them to just 2 men, and they will have the next do-or-die raid in sequence. So suddenly, big advantage for Pune to try and enforce an all-out before the half. Now super tackle opportunity, but it becomes a little harder when you've got just 2 men. And the next raid in sequence also for Haryana will be a do-or-die raid. So that's why Nitin Tomar says, I'm going to take it into my own hands, get the all-out early.
And is this going to be the most crucial raid of the match? 2 for the 2 touches, 2 for the all-out. Nitin Tomar in 1 raid completely tilts the balance of this game so far in favour of Puneri Paltan.
Now can Haryana find a semblance of momentum? No, they cannot, because in comes the beast on that right corner. First tackle point for Sandeep Narwal, and it's come at a good time.
Yes, tastes blood right at the stroke of half-time there. Fantastic double. Both legs is what he gets.
Double ankle hold from Sandeep Narwal with the dive. This should be the buzzer raid. Yes, it is. The last raid of the first half. 15-9. Suddenly Pune look like they're in control.
And I think the diktat to him will be, don't take a point, but don't give one either, because they have a 6-point lead, and that will give them a lot of comfort entering the half zone.
Very smart from Deepak Dahiya. Didn't need to do much, doesn't do much, and they will carry that 6-point lead into the half. The Puneri Paltan, they've come back so strong after the early lead belonged to Haryana. Second half action underway. Deepak Dahiya looks for the running hand touch, gets the running hand touch on Mayur to start the second half.
Absolutely. You cannot have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. I mean, you need to put in effort to get results. And that's exactly, he did not do anything in the previous raid. So this time around, fantastic running hand touch. Gets a point. He'll be a better raider when he comes to raid the next time.
If Pune can actually hammer him down and keep him down, that's what they look for, but no support and badly timed. But the thought process is right. If they take him out, they're done.
So this comes after 2 empty raids, and this time around, all they need to do is just play with the patience of the raider. Now they say enough is enough. Timely tackle.
It's the chain on the right corner. Excellent again from Sunil. He's in that chain with Anand Tomar. And he dives under, they go with him, and that's what's crucial. That chain tackle is absolutely perfectly executed.
And all well done. As we say, 2 points here. 2 plus 1 is it. Is it going to be a Tufani super raid, or is it going to be one shot? This is going to be a very crucial phase in the match. 2.
But that's a big one. Nitin Tomar came back onto the mat and instantly creates an impact, gets away from that ankle hold, then actually gets the big fish. He gets Surendra Nada on the way out. And it's a huge one, huge moment in this game for Puneri Paltan and Nitin Tomar. Suddenly now do or die raid. We could see a revival if they keep this man down.
Yeah, can he convert this test into a testimony, this mess into a message? He's tried everything. Haryana Steelers finally have their man flat on the mat.
And again, it's the right corner, Sunil. Another great tackle from that man who's come into this setup and looked impressive. There you go. For a minute, he was heavy-footed. Deepak Dahiya, and that's exactly when he pounces on the ankle. Great timing.
Good, but they'll have to pounce on the first given opportunity. There was no business. What was he doing there?
And could have got a second on the way as well. There you go. 2 points in the kitty. That is a big mistake.
This is going to be tricky. And now, agony have been piloted.
Well, now it's an all-out that they will be staring at. And it should be pretty simple. Sandeep Narwal is not a man you want to keep out of the contest for long, and when he comes in very hard, and Mayur finds out the hard way. 1 versus 1. Oh, good attempt, valiant attempt.
Yeah, very good. I mean, I just don't like the surrenders. I think give it all. We do see solo tackles as well, but the fight comes to an end. Another all-out inflicted. What that does is it increases the lead so much into the comfort zone of Puneri Paltan that it's 13 points and little over 4 minutes left. I love his balance. And the sort of, initially when he began a pro Kabaddi career as well, he would not travel the court as much.
Correct. Yeah, and he's doing the job now. He gets rid of Anand Tomar. I don't know what business he had looking for a tackle as a raider, but he decided to go for it. And on the turn, there's no one, don't think, as good as Nitin Tomar from the left side.
Oh, blindsided for a moment, hence he's on the mat.
Yeah, he did not see Surendra Nada coming, but hang on. He did a bit of an injury to Surendra Nada. He is down, and this looks really bad. He looks like he's done his wrist or his elbow. He's not moving it, and that could be a fracture maybe. You can see concerned looks. Look, I'll tell you, Paddy, on the offset, he's not moving his hand at all, and that doesn't look good to me.
Alright, this just might be the last raid, and he is killing time here. Vikas Kandola, 8 raid points for him. This is his 18th raid. He's been tackled 4 times, but he's been the lone bright spot, plus add to that little bit of Sunil's effort.
Yeah, totally. They've been in control from the 10th minute onwards of Puneri Paltan. A tie last night versus U Mumbai in the Maharashtra derby, and a win tonight for Nitin Tomar, Girish Arnak and their men. Fabulous from Girish Arnak, fabulous from Nitin Tomar.
And the final confirmation onto your screen, it is a 12-point win for Puneri Paltan, who managed a tie yesterday. 16 raid points for them, 5 more than their opponents, 4 more tackle points from their opponents, and they inflict 2 all-outs on their opponents.